Hi, Tay, it's Ace. I'm your certified yapper with a purpose, of course. And welcome to Safe Space Podcast. This is a podcast where your feelings are valid, your thoughts are heard, and your story matters. This space is made to make you feel heard, feel seen, and feel safe. And for today's podcast pala, nagkamali pa talaga. And today we're talking about something that everyone has, but not everyone gets right. Even me, te. Like, as of the moment, I'm also struggling with this one, which is friendship. Yes, te. You know what, te? Friendship can be the most comforting and chaotic parts of our lives. They can heal you, they can inspire you, or sometimes even hurt you. Like, to be honest lang talaga, te. So, I think in this episode, we're diving into the real, unfiltered side of friendships, te, growing apart to setting boundaries, from loyalty to letting go. So, you know what, I posted, just a little backstory lang, I posted about this new podcast kasi actually, ito pa lang yung episode na talagang starter pack of this podcast since bagong launch pa lang, like I asked around for your questions, but honestly, even I ask questions, wala man lang isang nag-message sa akin kung ano yung gusto nilang advice or ano yung problems nila na pwede ako mag-give ng advice. So, it's really okay. I understand naman kasi I'm not that famous pa naman. But even if you didn't send one, I know you've been there, like, wondering why a friend changed. Like, bakit sila nagbago? Or whether it's still worth holding on if ang dami ng mga toxic na practices or parang hindi mo na talaga carry it. So, just sit back and let's talk about it. Like, no filters, no fake advices, just honest thoughts from a yapper with a heart like Ace. Cringe, ang cringe. No, but yeah, again, this is unprofessional advices te. If you feel like yung mga advice ko te is hindi nagre-resonate sa'yo or hindi align sa'yo te, it's really okay. This is just based on my experience te and lahat ng mga lessons na natutunan ko throughout those experiences. So, okay, I have 10 questions here te. I asked my AI friend, Sam te. So, ito yung mga possible questions te na always nating fini-face sa friendship. At the same time, based din ito sa mga experience ko na, napagdaanan ko rin, te. Paulit-ulit lang. But yeah, let's go. First question, te, is, how do you deal with a friend who suddenly becomes distant for no reason? You know what, te? Medyo malutong-malutong ang first question natin. You know what, te? I'm gonna be honest. I am that friend who distant myself sa mga friends ko rin. You know what, I do believe that meron talagang reason yung isang tao kung bakit nila ginagawa yung isang bagay. In my case, isa sa mga reasons ko why I distant myself to, some of my friends is because I want to focus on this thing, being an influencer, being a content creator. Tumatanda na rin tayo, growing up, iba-iba na yung values natin, iba-iba na yung mga bagay-bagay na gusto natin. So, it's really okay to outgrow ourselves or our friends na we thought na, andyan sila forever, but noted, that's part of our life. So, ang payo ko here sa question na to is that communicate with that friend, ask them if meron bang problem, tanungin mo sila, kung ano ba yung problema, bakit sila naging ganun, and I know, hindi din ganun ka-easy i-communicate yung ganun, even me, nag-struggle din ako niyan, but as long as ikaw na friend, you are doing your best to still contact that friend, na lumayo na sa'yo, or parang nag-iba na yung parang pagkikitungo niya sa'yo, contact them, or communicate with them, talk with them, and if they reply, that's the right time, na mapag-usapan nyo kung ano ba talaga yung problema and dapat talaga merong respect kung ano man yung desisyon ng isang tao kasi again, you cannot control other people's decision bakit sila naging ganyan kasi at the end of the day, meron pa rin silang desisyon. In my case, I communicated kung ano yung reason ko why I distant myself. Intindihan naman nila kasi in any relationship talaga communication really is the key. So, communicate. Sa first question natin, hindi mo malalaman kung ano yung reason or kung ano yung thoughts behind that practice, why they distant themselves, if hindi mo tatanungin sila, if you don't communicate. So, communicate with them. Okay? Second question is it okay to outgrow a friendship even if there's no drama? Medyo related din siya, sa first question, yes, it's really okay, as what I've said, I'm also going through this phase outgrowing my friends and you need to realize talaga iba-iba na yung gusto, yung values, yung aim and goals te ng bawat isa. And when you grow up talaga te, parang frontal lobe natin te is parang nade-develop na talaga. Sometimes that friend na lumayo or you outgrow with is gusto nilang mag-focus sa isang bagay na gusto nilang pag-focusan, or maybe yung energy nila te is gusto nilang i-input dun sa bagay na yun or sa goals nila. So parang energy nila te is limited lang sa friendship kasi meron na silang priority. Hindi na muna friendship yung priority nila, but maybe they want to build their career, they want to focus on the things that they want. So it's really okay to outgrow your friends. And again te, kasi at the end of the day, if that person is, maging friends forever kayo te, like if till death talaga kayo te, still, faith, God, the universe, whoever you believe in te, is gagawa ng paraan para mag-reunite kayo as one, as group, as friend. So it's really okay to outgrow your friends. Everything is temporary. Even your friends te are temporary. Number 3, medyo spicy to te ha. Number 3, what should you do if your best friend starts copying everything you do? Medyo ano to siya te, but for me te ha, hindi naman lahat ng copying is a form of copying talaga. Minsan talaga te, 'di ba nga sabi nila, copying or imitation is the highest form of admiration, 'di ba? If napapansin mo te is itong friend mo, for example lang te, parang kinakopy niya yung style mo, yung skincare mo, yung outfit mo, the way they talk, the way they act te. Minsan te, the reason behind that is because they admire you. Kasi if you spend time together like for a very long time na te, this is psychology based din te, na parang na-adapt natin kung ano yung behavior ng taong always nating nakakasama. So parang it's a reflection of you sa kanila. But on the other hand naman te, if parang feel mo itong copying phase na to te, is parang so creepy na te, to the point na parang nawawala na sila ng identity, I think the best way te to deal with that is distance yourself with that friend. Honestly te, it is beneficial for both parties kasi sa side mo te, mawawalan ka na ng frustration or parang stress natin na bakit kinakopy ka ni friend na ganito. On the other hand, ang benefit naman te dun sa friend mo is that magkakaroon sila ng space and time to really find their identity. Kasi sometimes talaga te, that friend lose their identity. They don't know who they are, they don't know their style, kung ano ba talaga yung identity nila. So by distancing yourself, you are giving them the opportunity and time talaga na makapag-isip to discover themselves, to find their style. And if they communicate with you naman te, like bakit ganto, bakit tumalayo ka na, ganyan-ganyan. So, parang hindi masyado nakaka-hurting nante. Maybe, ang gawin mo na lang like, sabihin mo na lang na meron lang ako pinag-focusan right now, like hindi mo na ako masyado ako makakapaggala, ganyan. Parang hindi ma-hurt yung feelings natin. Alam naman te, parang agad-agad mong sasabihin na ganyan kasi parang kinakopy-copy mo ako, di ba? Parang same tayo ng outfit, ganyan. Parang super nakaka-hurt naman ton. Feel ko, yes, te, meron kang rights to ask about that thing te, or magreklamo if they always copy you. But, it is also your responsibility as a friend to keep the friendship as much as possible if kaya pang i-keep. Like, I know the sugar coating is not very ideal, but sometimes talaga te, if alam mo makakapag-benefit yun sa'yo and also sa kanila, do that thing. So again, te, distance yourself if needed. If parang super stressed ka na talaga, te, nawiwirduhan ka na, okay? So let's proceed sa question number 4. How do you set boundaries with a clingy or overly dependent friend? I have experienced this one te. Lahat na lang te na-experience ko. But you know what, this is my podcast and alam ko naman te na kawala naman manood neto. But yeah, naging Ariana Grande bigla. But yeah, first, you need to realize talaga te na lahat ng treatment and practices na ginagawa ng ibang tao sa'yo te is it depends on you. Kasi naapektuhan ka lang ng mga ganong practices te if you allow it. For example, te, meron kayong assignment, ganyan-ganyan. So parang gusto nung friend mo te na ikaw yung magsulat sa kanya, ikaw yung papasa sa assignment niya te. So, nasa sayo pa rin te yung decision if sasabihin mo yung boundaries mo na hindi ko pwedeng gawin yan kasi it's your responsibility na gawin yung assignment mo. Nasa sayo pa rin te yung action and yung words talaga te, your boundaries te na sabihin dun sa friend mo na hindi pwede yan. You allow the toxic treatment te. Since alam mo na yung friend mo na is overly dependent na sa'yo, so maybe hindi napapansin ng friend mo na ganun siya or maybe napapansin niya te. So it's up to you te kasi ikaw yung parang naagrabyado or natataken advantage. So sabihin mo te na hindi pwede yung ganyan. Set your boundaries te kasi super nakaka-drain talaga. Parang I know that te. If parang na-feel mo te or napansin mo na parang nagbago sila kasi nag-set ka ng boundaries, then they are not your friends. Real te, marami ka pang pwedeng maging friends dyan, hindi lang sila, like utang na loob te, please lang. Do not overextend yourself just for you to feel belong and feel included sa circle na alam mong parang, performative state siya na parang gawin mo yung ganyan, need mo gawin yung ganto para masabing included ka sa circle na yun. No, te. It's better na lang, te, na maging alone ka. Hindi naman, te, maging alone, but find some friends, te, na alam mong nagre-resonate sa'yo, align sa'yo, te. Set that boundaries, te, kasi if hindi ka talaga mag-set ng boundaries, mas magbe-build up pa yung pagiging overly dependent nila sa'yo. Mas lalala lang yung situation if hindi ka mag-draw ng line, okay? So next is question number 5. Can a broken friendship ever go back to the way it was? For me, subjective talaga yung ganito, but sa akin, te, no. No talaga, te. Like, te, kahit anong relationship na naman yun, te, parang once na napahiran na, once it's broken, te, it cannot be repaired, di ba? Kasi nabasag na, di ba? Kahit pagtagpi-tagpiin mo ulit, te, yung glass na nabasag, hindi pa rin siya, te, babalik sa original form ng glass na yon. I hope that you get what I mean. So, hindi talaga, te. Kahit anong parang communication pa, te, siguro, yes, merong mga adjustments na pwede mangyari. Pero kasi, te, once na parang nabahiran na ng negative experiences, parang mawawalan ka ng trust, hindi ka na fully 100% trusting sa person na yon, because wounds don't heal as fast as you expected. Like, it takes time talaga. So, for me, hindi ganon ka-easy. So, but if you're willing to, band with that friend then na parang, you want to reconnect and ayusin yung relationship or yung friendship, then it's really okay if carry mo, te. Next is question number 6. What's the difference between a real friend and a convenience friend? Uy, oh my gosh. Okay. So, okay. Real friend talaga, te, it depends pa rin sa'yo kung ano yung definition ng real friend. Maybe, te, sa'yo, ang real friend is andyan siya if need mo siyang kausapin. Yung friend mo, through ups and downs is andyan sila. Para sa'yo, yung friend mo is parang kumaga ride or die talaga, ganon. It depends sa'yo. But in my case, te, masasabi kong real friend yung isang friend, te, if dyan sila through your ups and downs, they are very supportive, and at the same time, they are willing to communicate kung ano yung mga bagay-bagay na gusto nilang sabihin sa'yo. If alam nila na parang nag-overstep ka na, or alam nila na meron kang mali, is i-correct nila pag sasabihin ka nila, te, but in a sincere way talaga. Like, ramdam mo tayo yung parang sincerity na they want the best for you. They want to be that friend, te, na sasabihin kung ano yung mga bagay-bagay na need mo baguhin kasi sila yung parang nakaka-experience nun or nakaka-observe nun sa'yo. There's this connection, te, na parang they are not just friend but they are family. For me, te, yun talaga yung friends. Like, kahit marami pa kayong naging problems, mga challenges na hinarap, te, but still, alam nyong yung band nyo is, unbreakable pa rin. That's the real friend. And on the other hand naman, te, yung convenience friend is, alam mo tayo yung parang benefits lang. Parang to the max, te, na casual friends talaga. For example, sakaling sila nagchat sa'yo if meron silang favor, if gusto nilang umutang sa'yo, or gusto nilang samahan mo sila sa ganyan, sa eventa ganyan, gusto nilang magpatulong sa'yo, te. But when it comes to you, te, parang ikaw you want them to return the favor is hindi nila kayang gawin yun sa'yo. Parang merong problem is hindi kayang makipag-communicate deeply, parang more on good side lang always. For me, that's convenience friend. From the word itself, the convenience friend, more on convenience lang. They are willing to be in that friendship relationship if it is convenient for them or for you. That's the difference between that. So next question is, how do you handle jealousy, which is very normal, te, in friendships, especially when one of you becomes more successful? How do you? So ako tayo yung tinatanong. For me talaga, te, like, I cannot be friends with a jealous friend. Like, really, te, like, I cannot be friends with a jealous friend, te. Like, gusto ko talaga, te, yung sa circle ko, supportive. Like, parang, cheer ko yan. That's my friend. That's my best friend. He's the shit. Like, I'm so proud of him. Ganun, te. Ganun yung gusto kong mga friends sa circle ko. So, if meron silang parang jealous feelings or envious feeling, te, and then hindi nila inaddress yun, like parang masisihin nila yung friend nila na naging successful, than addressing those negative feelings, te, na they are the problem, I cannot be friends with them. Like, I've been there. Like, merong mga friends na parang, bakit ganon? Nung start pa lang ako, te, as an influencer, like, as a content creator talaga, te, nagpo-post ako, te, sa stories ko, ganyan. Tapos yung mga friends ko, te, nakikita rin nila. Tipong best friends pa, te, yung tawagan talaga. Pero, like, bakit ganon, te? Like, parang sinisin lang niya yung story. Kasi, te, in my case, if ako yung best friend mo, te, hindi ko kayang tingnan yung story mo na meron kang, project siya na ginawa, te, tapos hindi kita iso-support or i-cheer. Hindi ko talaga caring tingnan, te. Kasi, supporting your friends, especially, te, in social media, it only takes like less than a minute to support your friend, to comment, to like, to share their post, di ba te? Kasi if talagang totoong friends ka te, you are supportive. And if ikaw naman te yung friend na jealous, envious te, if hindi mo yun in-address te ng mabuti, talagang masisira yung friendship te. Kasi in my case, every time te na parang I'm envious, sa isang bagay te or sa isang friend or sa isang content creator na yan, I always thought to myself na ano yung dapat kong pwedeng gawin on how I can achieve those things that they have. Instead of parang blaming the person, I want to have what they have. Ganon. You don't hate the person but you want to have what they have. Ganon yung healthy form of envious and jealous feeling te. You address the emotion itself but not contradicting or paging hater pa te dun sa friend mo. No talaga te. Like I don't need to deal or handle that friend na te. Like cut off na talaga. Cut off na talaga te. I cannot keep a friend in my circle te na jealous or parang merong tinatagong. I can't tell. Like so much betrayal is going on if ganon yung case. So yeah. Next question. Question number 8 is, when is it time to walk away from a toxic friend? So simple lang te. If it doesn't give you peace and growth, then it's time to leave. Again, if that friend doesn't give you peace and growth, it's time to leave. Alam mo kasi talaga yan if toxic na talaga yung friend na yan te. Like for example na lang, hindi mo na sila gets, parang hindi mo na sila kilala, ganyan-ganyan. Yes, te, nagbabago yung isang tao, te, parang nafe-feel mo yan eh, yung parang natotoxican ka na, nadidrain ka na, naubusan ka na ng energy. You cannot imagine yourself to be with them if ganun pa rin yung ugali nila as of the moment. Like, ask yourself, kaya mo bang magstay sa relationship or sa friendship na yan, te, if ganyan pa rin sila forever? If the answer is yes, then carry mo pang i-fix yung friendship nyo. But if the answer is no na, te, like, then no talaga. It's time to exit the circle, te. Kasi people change, te. Yes, ideally, yung friend na kilala mo before, te, is hindi na sila yung friend na kilala mo as of the moment. And that's okay, te. That's okay. Because people change. So, everything changed, te. That's why you also need to change. Maybe that change, te, is choosing yourself. Getting out of that toxic friendship, te. Choosing yourself to have peace. To, focus on your inner circle, te. It's really okay to get out of that toxic friendship. It's really okay. Question number 9. Can ex-friends ever become close again after a big fallout? Medyo naulit yung question. Mali dito yung ChatGPT, te. But yan, for me, te, no. Bago kayo mag-react dyan, te, yes, I do believe in second chances talaga. But if wala pa ring change or parang if wala pa ring growth, if still pa rin te ganon, for example te, that friend betrayed you ganon. So, parang inulit-ulit pa rin nila te or parang nahuli mo na yung friend mo is binabackstab ka. Tapos, you forgave them. Naayos ulit yung relationship, yung friendship. Tapos, ganun pa rin yung nangyari te. Meron pa rin mga betrayal incidences. For me te, no na talaga. Second chance is enough. Real, the second chance is enough. So, no. Okay, last question. Oh my gosh, last question na pala. Like, grabe ang bilis. Last question. How do you make genuine friends as an adult when everyone's so busy or fake? Like, true friendship, like strong friendship te, it really comes on knowing that friend. Hindi kasi te, pwede mong sabihin na kakakilala mo pa lang sa tao na yan. Like, for example, you just meet them sa isang event, tapos parang, you labeled them as your best friend na te. Even though one day pa lang te kayo magkakilala, no talaga te. Nafe-feel mo yan te, follow your intuition din as well. Alam mo to yung parang you can be your genuine self around them. Like you can be clingy, you can be this childlike energy type te na friend. They are your genuine friends te if they don't judge you. If they see you te as true as you, as authentic as you, te, they are your true friend. Like walang judgment, they are supportive, they are there for you through ups and downs, they are your genuine friends. Te. But as what I've said earlier, te, it comes with knowing. So you really need to know your friends. Te. Yes, magka-vibe kayo, no judgment, deep connection. That's what I'm saying then, deep connection. So that's how you know if that friend is genuine or not. If you can be genuine around them, then they are genuine friends. And if they can also be genuine around you, then you are a genuine friend. You accept them as who they are. If they, clingy sila, not toxic naman te hindi naman yung toxic na kailangan mong i-accept. Yes, meron mga flaws na hindi may iwasan. But yung parang alam mong willing ka to accept that because feel mo they are that friend. You know what I'm saying, te? Yeah. So yeah, that's all for today's podcast. OMG. OMG, OMG. It's been like around 26 minutes and 36 seconds there. I-edit ko pa to. So, yeah, I'm so thankful for this. I feel so safe in this podcast kasi you know what, sa ibang platforms, I cannot fully speak and communicate kung ano talaga yung mga thoughts ko And this podcast, this longer form of conversation is like a journal din and also connecting with you. And yeah, wala pang I know wala pang, nag-message talaga and nagpa-advise dyan. But hopefully, sa next episode is meron na talaga. Meron na magpapa-advise, meron na mag-message If you also want to send your inquiries just follow me on my Instagram account and message me kung ano yung questions or problems na gusto mong ako yung magbigay ng advice sa'yo. If umabot ka sa point ng podcast na to, please comment heart emoji any heart emoji so that I know kung sino yung mga loyal talaga, like legit talaga na, who's listening in this podcast till the end. So ayan see you sa next podcast, see you sa next episode. Ayan it's Ace, your online best friend, your certified yapper with a purpose, of course, and see you sa next podcast. Thank you for listening to Safe Space Podcast. Bye and keep going.